Hi everyone, welcome to the Soul Song. This is Nina, and this is going to be a pick a card reading. I've kept it very open. This is meant to give you messages from your guides. Anything that you have perhaps been struggling with, a particular situation, and you're looking for some clarity, some guidance, then that is what you need to keep in mind. And also, maybe your intuition has been trying to tell you something and you're not really sure of what to make of it. Okay, so this is for that purpose. I hope you're doing well. We have three groups in front of us as usual. We have group number 1, group number 2, group number 3. Pick the object that you're most drawn to, and I'll see you in your timestamps. Hi group 1, for those of you who've chosen this pen, let's take a look at your reading. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. So this has to do with your financial independence is what I'm getting, and the bell rang just when I said that. I feel like you're trying to create financial independence for yourself. You want to perhaps even travel for some of you, or relocate. You want to move on from something, okay, from a situation that has perhaps been bothering you, and you want to feel inspired enough to create this for yourself, to make this happen. Okay, so the situation could definitely involve your career, business, finances, your safety, security, stability, whether you're able to look after yourself as well. Okay, as in stand on your own 2 feet, tend to your own garden, walk your own path. Okay, and there may be this need or this desire for you to move somewhere, or separate yourself from some situation. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the High Priestess. Yeah, so this is all talking about you denying what your intuition has been trying to tell you. If this is about a connection or relationship, then your intuition has been trying to tell you that something's off here. Maybe there's a lot of passion between you and this person, but deep down someone desires to be on their own. It could be you, very much possible, because this is about you. Okay, this whole reading. And I feel like your intuition has been trying to tell you, to move forward in some way, or to take action, okay, with regards to either your career, business, finances, or with regards to this relationship. Okay, there's this sense of escapism is what I'm seeing here. Okay, I'm getting the strong feeling that you want to escape a situation, you want to maybe escape an environment, or even escape a relationship for some of you. But it is revolving around your sense of security and stability. If this is about you wanting to maybe, let's say you're living in a community or in a family home, and you want to, make it out on your own, then this is revolving around that. You have this desire to perhaps even relocate, to move, like I said, but you're denying either what your intuition has been trying to guide you towards, as in taking action and being consistent about it, or you somewhere deep down feel like this is never going to happen. Okay, there's this self-sabotaging behavior around that. If this is about a connection, like I said, a relationship, then either you, most probably you, or this other person, like I said, is trying to escape from this connection because maybe something's off, or there's a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry, a lot of fire, but there is perhaps not enough longevity to it, okay? Maybe that deep connection is missing, right? Let's see other cards here. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So Cancer is a home body, fourth house energy, very connected to the home. So this could have something to do with the family, with the home situation, and you may be actually in the midst of some situation which is troublesome, and you have this desire to move away from that. There is a strong possibility that it is going to come to equilibrium, to balance, and a resolution of some sorts, okay? We have Yin. Yeah, conclusions are within reach. Resolution, conclusion. Full moon eclipse, and this is a full moon in Cancer. This is perhaps something that's been on your mind, or it's been trying to, as in, develop, like your intuition has been trying to tell you about this or bring this to your attention since the full moon in Cancer, or maybe the Cancer season. So that we just, crossed Cancer season and we're now in Leo. Watch out for the full moon next. This is a timeless reading, but if you're watching it around August, then this could be full moon in August, which is, I think, on the 22nd or the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. So something could be, this situation could actually get resolved around that time, or you're going to find a route, perhaps a path, which will lead you to, what you're desiring. For some of you, there is a passion project that you want to start, okay? Something that you feel very passionately drawn towards. It could be a creative project, and it could definitely be aimed at, your financial independence. But you're not taking action there because you're feeling either that you're not good enough, or you're waiting for some answers to come to you, or you're not feeling confident enough to do that, okay? Or you're simply waiting perhaps for the right time to take action. The solar plexus and root chakra is highlighted here, as well as the sacral chakra. So this could definitely have something to do with your career, your foundation in life, and your personal goals is what I'm getting, okay? Man holding a heart. DNA, karma, communion. Again, with these snakes entwined here, and the man holding a heart, this could have something to do with a partnership, a relationship, okay? And you've maybe had a lot of tips around the stability of this connection, or I'm also getting a strong feeling that some of you are actually not too keen on pursuing this anymore, pursuing this relationship perhaps because it's either a karmic situation that is not playing out the way you want it to, or you've learned the lessons that you needed to and it's time to move on, or there's a dynamic between you and this other person which has a, it has a karmic lesson embedded in it, and that needs to play out, okay? You both need to perhaps learn from each other and be in harmony with each other, okay? And that is going to lead to a resolution with this other person. Could be a fire sign, okay? Very strong fire influence here. Aries, Leo, Sag. But for most of you, I feel that this has to do with what you want to pursue. And part of your karmic lesson also is to take something through, okay? You might be like, how do I put this? You might be someone who holds back in some way, okay? Or feels like this is too good to be true, or you don't see that particular goal to its end, okay? And there's a need for it to actually come to a conclusion, or for you to see something through right to the end. The 9 is almost there, but it's not there yet, okay? So if you're someone who has this escapist tendency also, you know, like an imposter syndrome or something, that, you know, or when you're actually very close to achieving a goal, you tend to maybe start to, you know, fall back a little bit, then that is something for you to watch out for, because it could be a pattern that is going on, okay? And you may even be holding back, like I said, if you want to put yourself out there and initiate something. You have this idea, you're feeling inspired, but you're not actually doing that, you're not taking action. It could have something to do with, you know, a karmic pattern in your life, all right, which is preventing you from fully being this confident, independent self, all right, which has to do with probably your beliefs that you have actually inherited, okay, in a way. That's our DNA. What you've inherited from family, or what you've been told by your grandparents, parents, siblings, or whatever. And it, deep down, you know about this. You know that you perhaps hold yourself back in some way, and you don't take action when there is a need to take action, or there is this need for you to see something through. That's what I'm getting, to conclude something, okay? And definitely, if this has to do with a relationship, then something could be coming to a head around the full moon time, and you could be in a karmic kind of a partnership or relationship with someone, and there's this perhaps trust issue, or this person is behaving in a way that is not really instilling a lot of trust in you, okay? There's a need for you to quieten your mind, to commune with spirit, with your higher self, and listen. Just listen, okay? That's what I'm getting for you. If this is a relationship, let's get some guidance for you with regards to a relationship. Okay, what do they need to know? Group number 1. Be willing to express love to receive love. Spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. Whether it's a relationship or something that you really want to do, as in you love doing that, it's a passion. And we have true love at the bottom of the deck. it is about really getting in touch with your inner desire, your inner wants, because there's something that you really want to pursue. And if it's a relationship specifically, then it's again about listening to your heart and listening to your intuition. Your guides want you to see the pattern, okay, that is playing out. Because you might have this tendency to, how do I put this? Almost like sabotage a connection because it's actually good, okay? For those of you where that applies, that is your own behavior. For others of you, you might tend to fall in a connection with somebody and the same pattern plays out over and over again. And there's a need for you to like break out of that, okay? To move on from that, to break free from that pattern. And it could be that you tend to attract people who reinforce your belief that, you know, people are not trustworthy or that you cannot count on them. Okay, so take it as it resonates, alright? So that was your reading, group number 1. I hope this made sense, and I hope you got your message. Okay, I'm wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you again later. Bye bye. Hi, group 2. For those of you who've chosen this keychain, it looks like a mask. There's some truth perhaps that needs to be revealed. Let's see what your reading is about. So we have the 3 of Cups, the Hermit, and the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is going to be a feature in all of these readings because she's trying to say something to you. I feel like this has to do with, you feeling like you don't actually belong, okay, where you are, or with the group or the friend circle or even the family for some of you. I'm also getting a feeling that you're feeling lonely, okay, like you don't really, either you don't fit in or you don't belong, or you're feeling like nobody understands you. There's a sense of, you removing yourself from a group setting or from society at large, perhaps, okay? There's a sense that you want to be by yourself, okay? You want to, but I'm getting that it's coming from a place of loneliness as well, not feeling like you're understood or you're heard or seen for that matter. You may be someone who is quite psychic, someone who's like an old soul as well. Like, it feels like you have a lot inside of you, but you don't really share it with the world, okay? You may be an empath as well, or a tarot reader, okay? I won't be surprised if you are one, because I'm getting that strong feeling of being in your hermit's cave and not wanting to maybe go out there or socialize or be with people or feel like you have this sense of connection or bond with others. We have the Fool, the Emperor, and the 5 of Swords. I feel that there's a bit of a fight going on within you. Part of you actually wants to belong, wants to, socialize, make friends, have harmony in connections, and have like a support system. And part of you wants to be on your own. that's creating this sense of inner conflict, is what I'm feeling. Um, it may be that you are quite, individualistic in nature. Just naturally, you are that way. You want to be by yourself. You want to, maybe you even work independently. You have your own business, whatever that may be. It feels also like, you actually deep down want to do that, but it feels like a risk to you. It feels like almost, I don't want to say I'm above this, but it feels almost like I'm absolutely done. I've been there, I've done that, and it's not going to work. Or I'm not sure I can really open up and trust anybody. Okay. There's this sense of, starting afresh, starting anew. You might have almost, I want to say, formed your beliefs or your opinions about people, and now you're not really open to any new experiences. That's also what I'm getting. It feels like you've reached that stage where you're, like I said, I've been there, done that, and it doesn't work, or that I'm not really good at making friends, or I'm not really good at networking if this has to do with work. But it's creating an inner imbalance, it's creating an inner conflict, because there is a part of you that wants to do that. There's also, for those of you especially who have, this inclination to start your own business or to start your own work, your intuition has been trying to tell you something really important about that, okay? To put yourself out there, to be seen, to be heard, to network, to maybe market yourself, okay? But it's almost like you don't want to do that, okay? There's a need also for you to not exactly step out of your comfort zone, but to kind of shift your perspective a little, okay? The emperor can be someone who's very set in their ways. It's this is how we've been doing it, this is how it's going to continue, that sort of a thing. So be open to change is what I want to say. For some of you, this is about, connecting to people, and your guides are saying that it feels like a risk to you, but you're going to have to take that first step, okay, and overcome that inner resistance or hesitance, okay. Let's see other cards. You've got mending, believe in the impossible, the end of a tough cycle approaches. You've got envy, breach, ebb and flow. See, this is what I was feeling, that there is a need to break free or break out of a pattern, of a cycle that you have been in. It feels to me like this inner conflict has been going on for quite a while. And some of you are actually comparing yourself to other people. You're feeling like, it's almost like, when you watch social media and people put up, of course, the best side of their life or the positive side of their life across, and you tend to feel like this person's so established, or they have so many amazing friends, or they have a fabulous social life and social standing, and you tend to like then draw this conclusion from that I am somewhere lacking, or I am falling behind. So that sense of comparison is what's coming through, and I feel that there's a need for you to forgive yourself firstly, okay, to also create harmony, or this bond, you could say, or reconcile with that part of you which is feeling that way. It probably goes back to your childhood. You might have been brought up in a family in which you had a lot of like dominance over you, and you wanted to be like this free soul, this very independent sort of person, carefree person, but you're not able to do that in the current scenario, or the beliefs have already been formed, and there's a clash also in your beliefs. Part of you, like I said, believes that it's okay for me to just be by myself. I don't want to put myself out there, or I don't want to, even if I have some gifts and talents, I don't want to put them out there because I'm probably not good enough, or people are not going to appreciate it. And the other part of you actually wants to do that. So there's a resistance, there's a clash. So if you're trying to, let's say, manifest, you're trying to manifest something which feels impossible to you. Perhaps your own business, or looking after yourself, being independent, being financially in a good place, having your own empire, you could say. So having your own business or working independently, like I said, I'm getting this very independent vibe from you, which is a good thing, okay. But your beliefs are acting against you, okay. And there is this comparison that needs to stop. You are worthy enough by yourself. You are capable, you're gifted, you're talented. Put yourself out there, okay. And I feel like you're very close to not just realizing this, because I think you already know this, okay. Most of you are intuitive and empathic, and you know this about yourself. It's just that it's a confirmation from your guides, okay, that what you've been thinking of, or what you've been feeling is correct. But there is this last bit, you could say, that lingering energy of something from the past that is still holding you back. And maybe there's a person who has really put you down, who's maybe been even bullied you, and it could very well be from either your friend circle or your family. And this person has had a hold on you in some way, and there's a need for you to both stand up for yourself and stand up for your beliefs and your goals, what you want to achieve, okay. And stop comparing yourself to others. That cycle is going to come to an end very soon, but it's going to feel like a breath of fresh air once that happens, once you break free from that pattern or that belief system, that habitual thinking, you could say. Life is going to bring about a lot of ups and downs. It's never going to be constant. It is full of changes, but you need to sort of learn to ride the wave here and go with the tide. And I'm almost getting like you're afraid to go against the grain, to breach the pattern in some way, because you've been told that this is not going to work, or this is how it's been done so far, and this is how it will be done, like I said. For some of you, this has to do with, masculine energy, which has been bothering you a lot, and I'm feeling something in my throat. Maybe you haven't been able to stand up for yourself because you've been bullied, especially by the masculine energy, okay? And there's almost like this need for you to adopt or tap into your masculine energy, but not the way you have been exposed to, okay? Not the negative side of it, not the aggressive, dominant, or bullying side of it, but the assertive, disciplined, empowered side of it, needing to take action wherever you can, initiating something. It's time for you to free yourself from that baggage, is what I'm getting, okay? Especially comparing yourself to others and feeling like you don't belong or that you're not good enough to put yourself out there in some way. And this may, like I said, have to do with someone who's definitely hurt you or put you down, berated you, bullied you. If you can forgive, then forgive this person and move on, because that may be creating this sense of inner resistance or inner disharmony. Let's get one card from this deck. If this has to do with a relationship, it's time for you to free yourself in some way, okay? And if you've been holding back, not feeling good enough to even date, then really that is something that your guides are saying you need to work on. Put yourself out there, be free, and step into your own power. Act as if your partner is here. Physical touch, miracles and blessings, everything has its gift. Be supportive. So this is about manifesting the right person in your life, okay? If this is about dating and relationships, act as if you have already a very supportive, kind, loving, tender person who is like a blessing in your life, and believe in that, okay? That is what I have for you, group number 2. I hope this helped, and I hope you got your message. There were several of them. Take whatever resonates and leave the rest, okay? I'm sending you much love. God bless. Bye-bye. Hi, group 3. For those of you who've chosen this feather, let's take a look at your reading. Got the 5 of Wands, Queen of Swords, 2 of Swords, okay. I feel like you're in a chaotic situation, okay? There's something that you're not seeing very clearly here. It feels to me like you're in the dark about something, either the way forward or clarity that you're looking for. I'm almost getting like a feeling of avoidance. I want to avoid either standing up for myself. I'm getting this strong feeling of avoidance. Like how you don't want to speak something because it will lead to chaos, it will lead to a fight, or it will lead to a lot of bickering or drama. It's like I'm avoiding it at all costs, but what it's doing is actually it's stifling your voice as well, okay? I feel like you definitely want to say something, or your inner Queen of Swords actually wants to say something, and I'm getting a lot of like chaos and drama around you or in a situation that you've been dealing with. Could be at home, could be at work, whatever it may be. But there's also this sense of lack of clarity. How do I go about this? If I speak about this, how do I approach it? Or if I need to, for instance, cut someone off or cut a situation away or cut myself off from a situation, what is it going to lead to? There's a sense of uncertainty there. Do I do this or do I not? That's sort of a thing, okay? And you're torn between these two, this decision, okay? Ace of Swords, okay? More Swords. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. You can start over, you can build something new, is what I'm getting, okay? Your guides want you to start over in some way, to initiate something new, and to speak your mind with clarity, okay? There is perhaps a situation that's chaotic, it's dramatic. It may even be, that it's very competitive. If this has to do with work, for instance, you've got a lot of pentacles here. If this has to do with work, you may be actually holding on to a situation, or you may be holding on to whatever that line of work is or that project is, because you feel like there's nothing new out there for me, or like I said initially, you're afraid of the consequences. You're afraid that I might not be able to build something new for myself. But that's not true. It's almost like you've decided to not decide, is what I'm getting, okay? You're avoiding making a choice or a decision at all costs. And there's this inner turmoil, or outer, for that matter, turmoil or chaos going on, which you're trying to avoid at all costs. You're trying to step away from it, which is not a bad thing, okay? But there is this sense of building something from scratch here. Your guides are saying it's time to move forward. There could be already an idea that you have, okay, but you're afraid to maybe take that first step forward because you're not sure of where it will lead to. And you're avoiding making that firm decision to take that path, okay? A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. Prosperity lies ahead, okay? Happy. Angel of Strength. So this is all talking about courage, about strength. There is a new cycle that wants to begin, okay? But it's not going to happen unless you take that blindfold off and decide that, okay, there needs to be something new here, okay? If this has been about a relationship, about a connection, then the Queen of Swords, your inner Queen of Swords, who does not take BS, who doesn't really like drama, who's very sharp, logical, very and she taps into her higher intellect as well. It's not just the mind as such, but it's wisdom, okay? She comes from a place of wisdom, and she has been trying to tell you that it's about time that you either let this go, or you make a change of some sorts, because the way it's been going on, it's almost like a dead end is what I'm getting. Okay, and if you have been hesitant about starting something new, like I said, it may be that you're afraid that you won't be able to compete in this line of work. Okay, but your guides are saying that there is happiness, there is joy to look forward to, there is prosperity also on this path, provided you're open to this new cycle. If this is about a connection, same message. Don't cling on to something that has either reached a dead end, or there's constant, conflict, and you are not able to, either you're not able to speak your mind, or you're afraid to because you're walking on eggshells with this person. Okay, so the Queen of Swords doesn't do that. She speaks her mind. Not necessarily in a harsh way, but in a very truthful, honest way, which might be a little difficult for some people to take. Okay. We have Vision Quest. Movement. It is time to move forward, to let go of what you have perhaps been clinging on to. And for a while you might think that, like I said, I'm not really sure of the way forward or the consequences. You might feel like, I don't know what's ahead, what's beyond this turn. And that's a very normal way of thinking. We all think that way. We are afraid of change, but then sometimes it takes getting lost to really find yourself. And as I know that sounds very cliche and very tea-towelly, but that's the truth. You're the one who's holding the key to the way forward, to your happiness, to your joy. And this is what you have to look forward to if you're able to tap into your inner strength and really see the situation for what it is. It feels to me like it's almost like I'm seeing this Queen of Swords almost like as an embodiment of the High Priestess as well. She's been trying to tell you, hey, you gotta do something about this, you gotta make this decision, you gotta move forward and not look back. But you have been trying to avoid making that choice or that decision. And you might be feeling stuck. I feel like those answers are also coming, okay? You might feel like I don't have a choice, but you do. If this is about a connection, a relationship, then let's see what the messages are for you. Have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. Do something for someone. Give your attention to another. Be willing to express love. Slow down. Pause and allow things to unfold. I feel like this is saying, have faith in yourself. You might be afraid of opening up to anyone new. If this is about, dating, putting yourself out there, a connection, relationship, you might be holding on to something, and in effect you're blocking out something new that wants to come in because you're afraid, or because you feel like what I have is at least familiar, okay, and I'm afraid to start over. But 2 aces, definitely a new beginning is what your guides are hinting at, and They want you to initiate something, and I feel like you might even be receiving an opportunity in some way, either in your career prospects or in your romantic life. And it is talking about having the faith in yourself and in your guides, okay, that you won't be led astray. Because currently I feel that you are feeling a bit lost, but it's important for you to move forward. It feels like you're stagnant at the moment. So stir the pot however you can, okay? Take that first step. That's what I have for you, group 3. I hope this made sense, and I hope you received the message that you wanted to. I'm sending you much love. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.